What are the typical themes covered in church hymns? If you have ever found yourself singing along to a hymn in church, you might have wondered what common themes these songs often cover. Let us take a closer look at the messages and ideas that are typically woven into these sacred songs. Church hymns often focus on the theme of consecration and surrender. These songs encourage believers to dedicate themselves fully to God, giving up worldly desires and ambitions to follow Christ. You will find lyrics about surrendering one's will, submitting to God's plan, and seeking to be used by God for His purposes. Another significant theme is following Christ. These hymns emphasize the commitment to follow Jesus wherever He leads, describing the path of discipleship as one of obedience, trust, and walking in the footsteps of Jesus. For example, hymns like Just As I Am and I Would Rather Have Jesus reflect this theme. Imitating Christ is another common theme. These songs urge Christians to emulate the character and actions of Jesus, highlighting qualities such as humility, love, service, patience, and sacrifice. This theme is about modeling one's life after Christ's example, making Him the central figure in daily living. The idea of taking up your cross is also prevalent. Based on Jesus' call to take up one's cross and follow Him, these songs reflect themes of sacrifice, self-denial, and enduring hardship for the sake of Christ and the gospel. Hymns like Jesus, I My Cross Have Taken and Lead Me to Calvary illustrate this theme. Faith and trust are central to many hymns. These songs emphasize the need for faith and trust in God's guidance and provision, reassuring believers that they can rely on God's promises even in difficult times. It is well with my soul, and great is thy faithfulness are examples of hymns that focus on this theme. Perseverance and endurance are also key themes. These songs reflect the idea that discipleship is a lifelong journey, emphasizing the need to persevere in faith, continue growing spiritually, and remain steadfast in the face of trials. Hymns like The Solid Rock and How Firm a Foundation encourage believers to stand firm in their faith. The theme of spiritual growth and maturity is another important one. These songs focus on the ongoing process of spiritual development, learning, and transformation that comes from a deepening relationship with God. They often encourage believers to seek wisdom, knowledge, and a closer walk with God. Community and fellowship are highlighted in some hymns as well. These songs emphasize the importance of Christian community and fellowship in discipleship, stressing the role of the church in supporting and encouraging one another in faith. For instance, Come, Thou Fount of Every Blessing, and All Hail the Power of Jesus' Name touch on this theme. Finally, service and mission are also common themes. These songs encourage believers to serve others and spread the gospel, reflecting the mission aspect of Christian life. Hymns like Shine, Jesus, Shine, and Days of Elijah illustrate this theme by calling for the sharing of the good news and service to others. These themes collectively reflect the core beliefs and practices of the Christian faith, providing a rich and meaningful context for worship and spiritual growth.